Hey guys, it's Larry, and today I have a very special, long-awaited, and much requested tutorial on how I create my planner stickers, and I print them on the Cricut Explore Air 2 and also on the Cricut Maker. So I thought this will probably be a multi-part series. So today what I'm going to do is show you one of the simplest ways to do it, and one of the greatest designers that I highly recommend is Victoria Thatcher, which is why I'm on her website here at victoriathatcher.com. I'll have a link below, of course, too. And I've chosen to use her planner sticker set called Bubblicious. And look at how adorable these stickers are. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right from the beginning, from downloading them to bringing them into Design Space, and then how I resize them and get them ready to print on my Cricut. And then I'll probably do a couple other parts of the series on how to do other people's artwork, because there are some, depending on how they do their layouts, there are different ways of doing this. This is just my way and what I found most easiest. I've been doing this for about 2 years now. So this is just what I do. I find it simplest and easiest for me. It allows me to use my Cricut. I don't have to fancy cut or hand cut anything or use a paper trimmer. It's all just cut for me on my Cricut, and I love it. So let's get started. Let's have some fun. So let's get started. So I am on Victoria's website. I have chosen this planner sticker set, and I'm going to download it, and it will come through as a PDF file. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to click on it right here, and it will take me, I believe, to her Google Drive. And here is the PDF. And first thing I want to do is download it to my computer. And now I want to pick the file folder I'm going to put it in, which is Planner Stickers. It's already got the title Bubblicious. We're going to leave it like that and say Save. And that part is done. So now we can close this. And I'm going to go right here. You can see where my download is, Bubblicious PDF. I'm going to click right there and pull it up. Here's my PDF. And if for some reason yours looks different or you use a different web browser, what you can also do is go into your folder. Mine is under Planner Stickers, and you can just scroll for where you saved it. I've got quite a few files in here. Bubblicious. And you can open it here. Let's do this one. So you can open it that way too. So here we are. We've got this PDF file downloaded to our computer. Now, technically, we could take this file as is and immediately just upload it into Cricut Design Space. However, there's a lot of problems with doing that. Number one, the file is going to be too large. So if you pulled it in as a full sheet, the area that you can use within Design Space is only, I believe, 9.25 by 6.75. So you wouldn't be able to have this full size. So it would have to shrink the image down in order to print and cut, and all of your boxes would be little teeny tiny. Okay, so that would be your first problem. You'd also have to go through and edit all of these letters and any text at the top and the bottom here, because otherwise those would print and each individual letter would cut out. So there's one problem. The second problem is there's no customization. Like this weekend banner here that is super cute, you wouldn't be able to cut around that very easily, and it might break some of these letters apart where they're spacing. So what I've found is the best thing to do is to break up each individual box into a separate graphic and save them individually, and then individually bring them into Cricut Design Space. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of work, and in some ways it kind of is, but my reasoning for it is if I ever want to print these again, I'll never have to do this step again. And there's been several occasions where I've used the same layout multiple times, and it's 100% customizable once you go to these steps of doing it. And my simplest way that I've found to do this is I actually use the snipper. You see this snipping tool here? This is free. If you have a PC, not an Apple, this is a free software snipping tool that comes with Windows. And I use this to take little snapshots of every individual box and save them. So that's what I'm going to walk you through these next steps here. And I'll do a couple and then I'll probably fast forward so you don't have to watch the whole thing. So I would open my snipping tool is open. I would say new. And see how it kind of whites out my image. That lets me know, and I've got this crossbar here, that lets me know that it's ready to crop out whatever image I want to save. So I will just go and individually highlight the first box, and there it is. And now I would say File, Save As, or you see it's Control S. I use Control S because it's much faster. And then I'm back in my planner sticker folder. I'm going to create a new folder just for this layout so I know where all of these little pieces are going to be. Forget how she spelled it. I don't know how to spell Bubblicious. So let's create a new folder, and then we're going to call it Bubblicious, I think. Ugh. And then I will say 01 because I'm probably going to have maybe 20 different images that I'm going to do here. It is saving it as a file type PNG, which is perfect. That way we can have transparent background when we need it, and we will want that sometimes. So we'll hit save, and that's done. Okay, so it's a few steps, but when you get the keystrokes down and you use the keyboard shortcuts, it gets really fast. So I'll go new. And I'm just going to go through that process again. Highlight the second box. There it is. Hit Control S for save. I highlight that one, and then I just highlight this and change it from a 1 to a 2. Hit Enter, and that's done. New. Go to the third box. Select it. Control S. Highlight 2, change that to a 3, enter, and we're done. And see, this starts going real fast once you get the hang of it. Next box, highlight, Control S, highlight 3, change it to a 4, enter, done. New, go to box number 5, highlight, Control S, highlight 4 and change it to a 5, enter, done. So I'm going to go through the rest of these, and I will come back to you when I get to a couple of the otter-shaped, that's an animal, not a word, otter-shaped boxes. And I will come back to you with some tips and tricks there. Okay, so let me get through these real quick. Now, when I need to scroll down, like for this next one, I will minimize the snipping tool and then scroll down. And don't forget, you can also enlarge your image if you need to see it better. If you want to make it larger, you can do that. Makes it easier to highlight the boxes. So let's try that. And now I go back to my snipping tool and say new again. Now see, on this one, I don't usually use a full line of the check boxes. So I just literally cut this one in half. I love having 3. So I just cut it in half the way I want it. And now I'm going to save it. Number 14. And I don't use that many of them either. So I probably won't highlight all of them. You'll see I didn't do the remember one, and I'll take one of these grayer ones, and then that will be it of the heart check boxes. So do one more and just highlight it, cut it right at that midway point, and save it. Let's see what else we got. The date covers. I'll go ahead and use the date covers. Let's go ahead and do those. So we'll say new. Now you can do all of these as one block. There's a little shortcut because there's plenty of space. There's lots of white space in between the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So let's save that as one whole graphic. It saves us some time. And the weekend I'm going to do separate. I'm going to show you something separate for that. Let's scroll back up and get this bar. I'm going to reduce the size so I can get the whole thing in there. And let's bring our snipping tool back and say new. Okay, so here are 2 shapes that I'm going to do something a little bit different with. So let's go to, let me slide this out of the way. First I'm going to do the weekend. Oops, try new. Okay, let's do the weekend first. So I'm going to save it the same way, but I'm going to take an extra step in a few minutes. Save. Change that to 19. And one last one I'm going to save is this cute jewel. Love the pink tone, and I'm trying to get it right so I don't get that border in there. Right about there. Yeah. Okay, so that took a couple of minutes, right? But like I said, the more you do it, the faster you get. It took me probably, I don't know, less than 5 minutes to do all that. So now all of these images that I'm going to use are saved as PNG files in this folder. I'll open that up and show you real quick. Let's go up to our folders. Bubblicious. And this one I'm going to delete because I titled it wrong on accident. Delete. Okay, so we've got 1 through 20 all saved, right? So we're done with the PDF. We can close that. And let's go into Cricut. Let's go ahead and go into Cricut Design Space and let's say New Project. Okay, and Upload. Upload Image. Browse. And we're going to go into our Bubblicious folder. And we're going to hit number 1. And I always do my, well, 99% of the time I will use complex images. Continue. Okay, so here is our image. Now, for most images, the easiest thing to do is make sure that this Select and Erase wand is highlighted. And just go right into the white space and hit it. Oh, okay. See, this one's not going to work. See how it took out her forehead because there's too much white there? So let's undo that. Let's enlarge it so we can get a clearer view. And I'm going to hand crop it. And I just try and get it right on that border. Right about there. And say continue. And save as a print and cut. So the print and cut is highlighted and there's our first image. So I'm going to do that again multiple times. Here comes our image. We're going to say complex, continue. Now this one, let's zoom in. I can tell you is not going to work with the wand because there's too much white space and not enough of a colored border. So if we use the wand, see how it takes out all of the lighter colored images? So let's hit undo and let's do our crop. And just highlight it right about there and hit continue. Make sure it's on save as a print then cut. Save. Go to the next one. All of this is very repetitive, but again, the more you do it, the faster you get. And I'll do this while I'm watching other people's YouTube videos or listening to a webinar or something like that. So it's not as it doesn't feel time consuming and it goes pretty quickly. So I'm going to try the wand again here. I don't think it's going to work because of that white border right there. I think that's going to bleed through, but let's give it a try. Yep, it cut in there. So we'll undo. And we will crop it by hand like this. Continue. Save. Go to the next one. Complex. Continue. Let's try this one. Ooh, it looks like that one worked. Continue. Now we can see this is a perfectly good rectangle. So that one worked. We didn't have to do any cropping. So save it. Upload the next one. Browse. Go to number 5. This one should work too. Complex. Continue. Let me enlarge this for you. We'll zoom in. And again, it comes in automatically as the wand. So you just use the crosshairs and just click on it. That's it. Just one left click. And look at that. Perfect rectangle. Continue. You can see it in the image here that there's no weird shapes or cutouts. So it's perfect. Save. Make sure it's highlighted. Save as print and cut. Save. Upload image. I'm just going to keep going. These ones with the lighter backgrounds, I typically have to hand crop. And this is a definite hand crop. So you see how you can't really see where that white corner is because it's all white? In cases like that, I will make sure I'm on crop. I will take my tool and I will go into the darker corner so you can see it easier. Makes it a lot easier. And right about there. Continue. Save. Upload image. Go to the next one. Complex. Continue. We'll zoom in. And the wand worked perfect. Yep, nice smooth edges. Save. Okay, so now I've got the weekend left and I've got this diamond left. Now, if I bring these into Cricut Design Space and have the transparent background, it's literally going to cut right around the words and the jewels. I would like to have a white border around those. So I'm going to do those separately, and I think I will take you through that at the end of this video. So we won't do those yet. Let's skip that for now. And now let's just go back into bringing these stickers into Design Space and actually resizing those, okay? So let's start our actual sticker page and go to New, Upload, and now let's select all of our new stickers. In fact, you know what? I usually do just a few at a time, so I'll do one straight line of 6 at a time, just so as to not overwhelm the computer and to not overwhelm myself when I'm looking at a bazillion images, because you know they kind of come in all on top of each other. So let's just move all of these out of the way. And I kind of sort them as I go into like boxes. Let's go to the second set of 6, insert. And a side box I'll put over here. These boxes I usually start up in the top corner because these ones I kind of manage first. And here is what I will do. I will start with the first one, and I'm going to resize it. So I resize them most frequently for the classic size Happy Planner. I also use the large Happy Planner and will resize them there. But I think probably the most popular size is the classic Happy Planner size. So that's what I'm going to be showing you here tonight. The same rules apply to any size. I'm just going to show you the measurements for classic Happy Planner size. So I will take the width to 1.5, and then I will unlock the ratio and I will change this to 2.3 is the size of the boxes in my classic Happy Planner. And I will resize each of these boxes to those dimensions. 1.5, unlock, and take this up to 2.3. And then I will go to the next one. 1.5, unlock, 2.3, and again. Now this kind of looks like a lot of work, and if you're not into doing this much work, then I would highly recommend go to Etsy and buy some really nice planner stickers, or you know, do the online thing, or go to Michael's, Joann's, or any of those places and get like the Happy Planner sticker booklets or something like that. But if you like designing and doing stuff yourself and you want to use the free printables, this is how I get them to be exactly the way that I like to utilize them. And I don't mind spending the time because, again, I'm watching YouTube videos or talking on the phone and stuff like that while I'm doing this. So it's not a problem for me to do this work. And you'll probably find that it's kind of therapeutic and fun. So just a little background on that. Now we've done a lot of work here and I brought a lot of images in. So I want to save this before I get too far and lose any of my work. I name mine, I start with stickers. So they're sorted planner. And then I say the name, Bubblicious. I swear I'm spelling this different every single time I do it. IS. I don't know why I have such trouble with that. That is so funny. Okay, so save that. Project saved. Yay! Okay, let's go to the next set of 6. Where are they? We got to view all to get back there. Okay, let's go further down. How far did we get? 1, 2, 3. Oh, now they're in different size. Oops. I think this is where we're at. Okay, insert images. And there we go. Excuse me. Okay, so once again, resize to 1.5, unlock 2.3. And and if you're wondering, the reason why I unlock it after, so I go to 1.5 first and see how it's getting taller and wider at the same time. That's because the ratio is locked, and I think it's better for the lack of distortion to keep it locked until I get to the width that I want, and then I will unlock it and change the height. I'm hoping that's taking away from some of the distortion by doing it that way. At least that's my theory, but you can test it, see if I'm wrong. 2.3. Because as you can see, they didn't come in at the right size for a classic size Happy Planner. So we do have to change those dimensions if we want to fill the whole box. 0.5, 2.3, and last one, 1.5, 2.3. Okay, let's save again. Okay, so all of those are done and sized properly. These kind of boxes, I will just make a 1.5 wide. And that's good. Whatever height it is, I usually leave that alone. These type of flags, I will usually just adjust the height to 1.25, 1.3 is good. Let's just do 1.3. That's easy. Just make them consistent. And then these borders, I will usually make 6 inches wide for the widest. And this is at 6.78. So let's make that 6. And it changed this ratio to 1.1. And I think that's right, but I'm going to get rid of that 5/6. Let's just do 1.1 even and unlock this so it doesn't, oh, it changed it. Let's change this back to 6 and 1.1. And this one, let's turn it, make it horizontal. And I like these to be, let's unlock it and do 4.5 by 1.1. So it's just as tall as this one, but it's shorter for the left-hand side of the page. Okay, let's make sure the date covers are 1.5 wide. And leave the height alone. Those are good. And this, I don't know if this was supposed to be separate boxes, but they're all one graphic. So I'm just going to make them 1.5 wide and leave the height proportionate to the 1.5. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to put this on my left sidebar as kind of a couple of different reminder boxes or trackers or whatever I need them to be for that week. I think those will look really good on the left-hand side. So that's it, guys. That is all of lesson 1 that I'm going to show you today. And it's really easy. Again, from here, let's save our work so we don't lose it. And then we can, as soon as this little message goes away, we can say make it, and it's ready to go. So you put in your sticker paper into your printer, you would print 2 pages, and then you would continue and do your Cricut print and cut, and you've got a page and a half of stickers. Now on lesson 2, what I'm going to be covering is how to do the borders around the special what do you call them? Special images like this, because we don't really want just a plain rectangle. I think that's kind of boring. And if we take it into the Cricut and use the PNG transparent file, it would cut too close right along those lines. And sometimes I just don't like that. It's not as pretty or aesthetically pleasing to me, like that and the jewel itself. So I'm going to show you how to create a border around those next time. And I'm also going to show you how to turn all of these stickers into half sheets where you would actually be able to, it's a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper cut in half with a nice rectangular shape, so they're cut in half. So if you want to store them, you don't have to have a full sheet of labels and try and put them into your existing storage system. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do in the next lesson. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it useful. I hope you find it easy to use your Cricut Design Space and to literally customize your stickers in any way you want, any size you want. And you can go through and use other people's artwork who are offering up their free printable sticker files. And you can now go in and adapt them and shape them and size them to whatever you want, and specialize them for your needs and how you want to use them. So I find this really, really helpful. I love my Cricut for this. I probably use my Cricut almost every single day for things like this, planner stickers and making cards and all kinds of stuff. It's almost a daily basis. I keep my Cricut out on my workspace because I use it so frequently. And stuff like this, it's just a dream to not have to hand cut all of your stickers. So again, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're a subscriber, thank you for being part of my little family here on YouTube. If you're not yet a subscriber, don't wait. Hit the button. Hit the subscribe button. Ring that notification bell so you'll get notified every time I have a video. I do plan with me videos on Fridays, and then I sprinkle in some other little tutorials and fun stuff throughout the week. So I would love to have you join me. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, please always be thankful, be kind, and keep living light. See you soon, guys. Bye.